Hello, everyone. This is Chanel here back at Chachi's Book Corner. This is the moment you all been eagerly waiting for. This has been the biggest secret I have been carrying for the longest time, and I'm thrilled to share it with you all. Today, I'm excited to review on The Devil of Dublin by B.B. Aston. I've been jumping for joy ever since I received these books in the mail just a few weeks ago. And now, those who are wondering why I have been excited for this book in particular. And let me explain. Now, this episode is a mini intertwine with a collab from the app Quinn. And I'll dive into the reasons behind it before I get into the book itself. I like to take a moment to talk about the author herself. Phoebe is an incredible author, not only for this series, but also for another series called 44 Chapters About Four Men. And that series actually became a popular TV show on Netflix called Sex Life. And that's actually on my to be watch playlist. So I'll be reading the book first before watching the show. She recently released a new book on the series called The Rain Trilogy, but she also writes the scripts for The Devil of Dublin, which voices on the audio app Quinn, who actually plays on this love interest in this series. His name is Eric Nolan, who's also known as the Devil of Dublin. This dynamic duo has been working together nonstop, creating amazing masterpieces on Quinn. Because of that, she truly made her dreams come true, and I generally admire her for that alone. BB, if you're listening to this, I wanted to say hello. But I also wanted to express my deepest gratitude because you are an inspiration to many people who believe that anything is possible despite the obstacles, no matter what you are in life, and you can still achieve your dreams. And for that, I truly admire you. My love for Quinn compelled me to read along to their audiobook for the first time ever in my entire life. It was absolutely worth it, and I highly recommend it to anyone planning on reading the book. Elizabeth Cleef's portrayal of Darby Collins and Eric Nolan's rendition of Kellen Donovan, also as the Devil of Dublin, are outstanding. Their acting brings the characters to life, and I can sense their passion and dedication putting into their roles. If you're considering reading this book, I strongly advise you to listen to the audiobook. It really immerses you the world in the book and really expands your understanding of its unique universe. Personally, I already am looking forward to listening more audiobooks in the future, and I'm thrilled that I discovered this series through the audiobooks. I will definitely leave their socials in in the video so you can definitely check them out. If this is your first time on the channel, check out my other videos. But other than that, let's get started. Before we dive right into the series, I wanted to inform you that this book and this series is a dark romance series. Therefore, there is some triggering warnings I want to share with you before watching this video. The warnings include mafia violence, emotional, mental, and psychological abuse, family trauma, and SA. If any of these triggers you, it's okay to skip this week's episode and watch next week's instead. Next week's episode would a little bit be more heartwarming for you guys to cope. While I was waiting for these books to come in my mail, I sent BB a message and asked her a question. What do you hope your readers take away from your books? And she answered confidently, and I quote, "In my fictional books, my heroines are the ones who ultimately end up saving the day with the help of the hero. So I guess I wanted my readers to walk away from each story feeling like an emboldened badass who was worthy of being absolutely worshipped by a beautiful man." Once I got them and read along to the audio, she absolutely delivers it. To me, she just wanted the main character to, despite of everything what she went through, every obstacle in her life, she just wanted to have a happy ending and to find someone who would really value her for the person that she is, as well as our leading male. This book was truly unremarkable from the beginning to the end, and it had multitudes of elements that one particularly seeks in a good book, such as childhood to friends tropes, fantasy, action, mobsters, a Bonnie and Clyde like aspect, a lead male who serves as a protector, an OTP, which means one true pair, and a heartwarming ending. It really surprised me when they managed to incorporate all these elements together, but it ultimately made the book as a cohesive whole. Every small detail contributes to a larger picture, not only in the development of our characters, but also in the overall universe of the. Our two main leads, Darby Collins and Kellen Donovan, complement each other in a unique way. Darby needed someone protective and loving, while Colin craves nurturing and understanding. Despite having a close relationship with her family, particularly her mother, Darby's life took a tragic turn when her mother passed away from cancer. This forced her to move in with her biological father, who subjected her to severe abuse. Later on in the book, we just found out that she was SA'd by one of his friends when she was a teenager, leaving her feeling unloved and objectified. On the other hand, Colin endured emotional and psychological abuse from his caretaker, who is a priest, due to his mother's decision to give him up for adoption. Despite the immersive hardships they both face, the main characters found solace and healing in each other's presence. Their relationship blossomed, transforming them into better individuals and strengthening their bond. What I particularly appreciate about the relationship is the way they were introduced as childhood friends, and we witnessed their friendship evolved over time. This trope of childhood friends growing up together adds an intimate and special element to their story, and it makes us connect them with the main leads in a deeper level, empathizing their struggles and growth as they navigate through life's challenges. This book surprises me with a unique fantasy element, which I won't reveal for those who haven't read it yet. However, I must say I particularly enjoy that aspect. The fantasy element infuriates the entire book, creating an impelled reason for the characters to spend their time together. Additionally, I thoroughly enjoyed the adventure that takes them to their destination. They truly embody the Bonnie and Clyde dynamic, where one's in trouble, the other one's there for them, and vice versa. I appreciate how they really take care of each other throughout this journey and their interactions throughout the book. While reading the book, I noticed a few things that I wanted to clarify. The first theme is that it's okay to truly move on from the past, even though it's painful and it could hinder future endeavors. This resonated with me throughout the book, especially as our main leads confronted their past heads on. The second theme I noticed that it's okay to be yourself and remain true to who you are, regardless of what you went through. Darby, for example, faced moments of self doubt about her strength and capabilities, but Cullen helped her overcome it just as she would have done for him. Lastly, I noticed that no matter how severe the trauma or the details, it's okay to let those feelings out instead of bottling in. People who experience severe trauma often feel like they don't want to be a burden for those who care about them. In terms of mental health awareness, we need to empathize that it's okay to talk to someone and be a listener, specifically if they need someone to hear their thoughts and feelings. This is especially important in relationships as effective communication is critical. Lastly, I generally appreciate how the author incorporates real life aspects of her life into the book, particularly when it comes to family dynamics and a touch of Dublin history related to women's empowerment and the adoption of babies and children into loving homes. I believe these personal touches enhances the book realism and makes it more relatable, which I find it incredibly endearing. Is this book worth it to me? Absolutely, especially if you're listening to the audiobook. I am a huge fan of action, adventure, and the Bonnie and Clyde esque romance with the adorable childhood lovers, especially with the fantastic fantasy twist that I can't reveal, but trust me, it's worth checking out for yourself. If you're really serious about this book, I highly recommend listening to the audiobook. It really immerses you into the universe and makes you appreciate it even more. And I also want to express my sincere gratitude to both Elizabeth and Eric for voicing our main leads. Their performances were absolute beautiful and I really commend their incredible talents in this piece. And I will rank this book 5 out of 5 stars. And that is all for today. I am thrilled that I was able to cover this incredible book. Now, for those who are wondering if I am reading the sequel, the answer is yes. I am just in the beginning stages of the sequel called The Devil Himself, which is the sequel to the series. But I'm also want to let you know that I'm listening to the audio. If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like it and leave a comment down below. If you appreciate my content, I kindly request you to follow me and enable all notifications for my upcoming videos and posts. I hope you guys have a great Memorial Day weekend, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. But if not, I will see you guys this upcoming Tuesday and Friday for our audio reactions from Quinn. I hope you guys enjoy this weekend and have an incredible week ahead. Bye.